Another one, super hot day. Getting started. Gotta go over here, pick up some tapia, go back home, and chill out. This is called retirement, guys. Tell them what we do, babe.
We do. Oh, earlier we just go to our, what's the name?
Tell them what is our channel about.
Oh, channel?
Our channel is about, my channel is about.
Is Black Severe 123 and then the cooking.
And Crook Without a Crime.
He sell his book, guys, okay?
Yes, and we deal in retirement and the way how you gotta live in Southeast Asia. Okay, you guys? So look, ride with us. We're on the motorcycle today.
Also?
All right, so we're on the motorcycle today. So. show you guys. Out here, sitting here at Patio Beach, trying to get to the sun so you guys can see me a little bit better. Well, what I'm attempting to do, we call ourselves gonna take a couple of days off. We went to the publishers. They had the book, but the cover was wrong. So they told us to come back at 2 o'clock, and I said, I'm not gonna come back at 2 o'clock. I said, I just come back here Monday. You gotta remember something. You know, everybody's out and about. This is a holiday, weekend kind holiday, which is beautiful too. The King's birthday was somewhat like last week. Not last week, but like Thursday or Wednesday. And then you had Bukashan Day, which is a religious holiday. So people just decided to take Wednesday all the way to Monday off. Because it was a paid holiday, you know? So, but man, I was talking with someone and we were talking about retirement. Yeah, retirement. See, because to you and me, to that guy, retirement meant a totally different thing than what it meant to me. You know? See, you have to remember something. This is one of the guys that worked for Ford. He worked for Ford in the Texas, somewhere in Texas. He had a pension. So his retirement was basically not getting up, going to the plane. All right. So that means, but come to find out, when he wasn't getting up, going to the plane, this guy was bored out of his gourd. You know, he would wake up in the morning. He said, Mark, I was just bored to death. I would wake up in the morning and I would have nothing to do. His wife had divorced him some time ago. And, you know, he had no kids. And he said, man, I used to wake up in the morning here in Austin. And I got a nice house. You know, it's a couple of girls I dated, but Mark, I have nothing to do. So I'm coming to find out that people, when they call themselves retired, they pretty much, that's their life. Now imagine this. Imagine you going to a job every day for the last 40 years for 8 hours or sometimes 10 hours a day. And that's all you did for those 8 hours or for those, 12 hours, depending on what kind of shift you had. And that was it. And then you took a 2-week vacation, and you try to forget all that shit, especially if you got a job that you don't like. And you've been doing that shit for the last 40, 30 years. Now it comes time for you to retire and you don't have to get up and do shit no more. And you look around, you bored as fuck. And then that's what kills most retirements guys. That's what kills most people on their retirement. Because they get off, they stop having to report to a job. And they get bored. But for me, I don't know what retirement is. I've been working for myself, for the past, 28 years. Selling my own car, subcontracting, for different janitorial services. I was a roofer. That would be considered a job. I was running out the union. Then I had a company called Orange Roofing Company. That was out of Hayward, Fremont. I don't know if they're still there. But in my later years, I was an entrepreneur. And so I didn't have a set time or set rule or any set of circumstances that would cause me to have to report to someone. on a daily basis, or receive a check, on a daily basis. I didn't. So my retirement and their retirement is two different things. But I can understand how he would feel because my father, God bless his soul, Richard Cognition, he worked for Muni for about, I don't know, 25, 20 years or something like that. So when he retired, he didn't have a routine. Miles was still at work, and his main partner, Norris had retired like 10 years before my father did, so Norris was in a routine, and plus Norris stopped drinking. My father was still drinking his little scotch every now and then, and he would make his rounds when he would retire, and he would just come to my house, right? But I'd be busy. I'd say, Pops, man, I hear you. I know you're bored, and look, try to entertain him, but I couldn't because I was had to process cars and, making sure I had, DeMar's lunch and his food, shit like that. So, and since he couldn't be on my routine, and then most of the people that was on his bus route, that was his daily routine. Well, now I'm not going to say he died because of it. He died, I think because of it. Because he started to try to get another routine. At the age of 62, he decided, well, it's time for me to lose some weight. So he's going to ride, he bought a 10-speed, he's going to ride the 10-speed. Well, he fell. And that caused a blood clot. And that caused him to not live anymore, not be with us. So, let me tell you something about retirement, man. You got to be ready to retire. And what you think is retirement is pretty just you not doing that. So, I don't know. Let me call my wife over here and see if she can chime in on this. We were talking about retirement and what most people consider to be retired.
Oh, retired. I'm semi-retired, yes.
So I'm at a loss because some of the people I describe, when they describe retirement, they describe it, just like I said previously, as you're not working or reporting to someone else. But if you don't have your sense of direction when you retire, you're gonna be bored as hell. You might as well stay at work. Unless they force you to retire. Then, like me, when I was slowing down my operations, I used to fish. I used to love fishing. Yeah, that's where you can catch me at. Fishing pool and crabbing. Fishing and crabbing. That's what it was. But here you find a lot of expats coming in, been working electricians for 30 and 40 years. And in America, I come to find out, you're practically invisible. You know what I mean? You're invisible. So, that's how that goes. Hold on.
So, that's all.
Yeah, we're finished. This drawing is today.
Today? Last day, last.
There you guys. I just picked up my lottery ticket.
This one, he don't really.
Yeah, this is for Thai lottery.
Oh.
But she was, she was working in that hot sun.
Straight legs.
She was working in that hot sun. So, you got to cut them a break.
Look like she got a last five tickets.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, it can be enhancing. Like, say if you, and then I find that the guys run out of things to do. Or say they come out here and they on pretty much vacation mode, but then the people that they meet, like say the people that they meet in the bars, but sometimes the people go back home and then they left lonely. nursing a beer by themselves at a favorite watering hole that he was used to, you know, when he met them few expats that he came out here on holiday. But they went back home. They got lives. So it's difficult to say, man. I would do what I'm doing, start a YouTube channel. That'll get you out of the house at least. You know, and everything is new to you, so you're still looking at things with what we call new adventure eyes. You know, but we've been living here now for the last 11 years straight.
No, you're straight.
But I've been living here since 2008.
Yeah, I'm straight
And
11
then she
years.
came here in 2015. So you know them 7 years between me meeting her and she coming.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wild. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end it right here because I had to do a daily rant.
Live
because-
your best life, guys.
Yeah, but live your best life, you guys. Go pick up the packet, bitch.
I'll pick up your day.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, live your best life, man. We finna get back to the house. All right, I'm out of here.